Hello and welcome back to a math video. We are going to do comparison problems, but instead of last time we were doing comparison problems with addition and subtraction, this time we're doing comparison problems with division and multiplication. My favorite part about this is, remember how with comparison problems for addition and subtraction, we had some clue words, but otherwise you had to use your brain? Well, for these, you don't have to use your brain too much, to be honest. There are a lot of clue words that are going to help you figure this out. So let's look at our clue words before we even start our page, okay? So if the problem says these words, how many times as many, you should divide. So let's look at a problem that says that. Nick's dog weighs 72 pounds. Elizabeth's cat weighs 9 pounds. How many times as many pounds does Nick's dog weigh as Elizabeth's cat weighs? So basically what that's saying is Elizabeth's cat weighs only 9 pounds. Nick's dog weighs 9 plus 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 9, 72 pounds. And how many boxes are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 times as many. So Elizabeth has a tiny little cat, and if you times it by 8, that's how much Nick's dog weighs. So if it says how many times as many, you're going to divide. This one says there are blank times as many. That's when you multiply. Let's look at a problem and that'll make more sense. There are 24 students in the science club. There are 2 times as many students in the drama club. So when it says there are blank and there are blank times as many, that's when you multiply. So you multiply for this one. Because if you think about it, there are 24 students in the science club, and there are 2 times as many in the drama club. So 2 times as many gives us 48 students. And then this is the one that I think is the most tricky. It says there are blank, and that is, or it might say which is blank times as many. Or even this is blank times as many. That's when you divide. Let's look at a problem like that. It says there are 180 pennies in a coin collection, and that is 5 times as many as the number of quarters in the collection. How many quarters are there? So I drew a picture here. So if we have 180 pennies, and that number is 5 times as many, how much is each of these little boxes? Well, if you divide it into 5, it's going to give you 36. So that's a divide kind. So again, if this is a little confusing, the good news is you really can just use these keywords to help you decide if you're going to divide, multiply, or subtract. All right, so let's look at some problems here. Josh has 63 toy tractors, and Joe has 7 toy tractors. How many times as many toy tractors does Josh has as Joe has? How many times as many? If it says how many times as many, that's when you need to divide. So we're going to do 63 divided by 7. What times 7 gives me something close to 63 without going over? Oh yeah, 9. 9 times 7 is 63. Subtract, I have no remainder. So 9 what? How many times as many toy tractors? There's your answer. Okay, for this one, there are 17 students in 4th grade at NMCS. There are 5 times as many 4th graders at McBain Public. How many 4th graders are at McBain Public? Okay, let's look at our wording. It says there are 17 students, and then, oh, do you hear that noise? I'm in Senora Sita's room right now. It's probably her phone or her email going off. So there are 17 students in 4th grade, and there are 5 times as many. Well, look here, that follows our words. There are blank, and there are blank times as many. So that means we need to multiply. So we're going to do 17 students and times it by 5. 5 times as many. 5 times 7 is 35. 1 times 5 is 5, plus 3 is 8. 85 what? 4th graders. I have 56 inches of fabric, and that is 7 times as much fabric as I need to make a pillow. how much fabric do I need to make a pillow? Okay, so I have 56 inches, and that number is 7 times as much. Now, it's kind of hard to see, but that follows this pattern. There are, or I have this much, and that is, or this is, or which is, that is 7 times as many. So we need to divide. So 56 divided by 7, which I know is 8, because 8 times 7 is 56. And I get 8. It's asking how much fabric do I need to make a pillow? 8 inches. All right, there are 455 books sitting on the classroom shelves. That is 5 times as many books as I have at home. How many books do I have at home? Okay, so this says there are this much amount, and that is that many times as many. Okay, so that's going to tell us that we need to divide. So we get 455 divided by 5. 9 times 5 is 45. Subtract and I get 0, bring down my 5. 1 times 5 is 5, subtract, get 0. So 91 books. I have 91 books at home. And then a Christmas tree company claims that they have 207 trees for sale. A smaller company has only 9 trees for sale. How many times as many trees does the first company have as the second company has? How many times as many is always going to be divided. So we're going to do 207 divided by 9. What times 9 gets me close to 20 without going over 2, because 2 times 9 is 18. Bring down my 7. What times 9 gets me close to 27 without going over 3, because 3 times 9 is 27. And 23 what? How many times as many trees? Ooh, I think I did something wrong. When it says how many times as many, it's not asking for you to rate trees. It's 23 times as many. So up here, you're going to have to go back and fix this, because this was a how many times as many type of problem. How many times as many? It's actually 9 times as many. All right, now your homework for this one is you are just going to do this back page. It is only 5 problems, and you need to use this chart for it. You've got this. Let me know if you have any questions.